Oh my splitting heck. How did I get here? Where am I? I'm in Vegas. Oh yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a product that I purchased. It's the Insta360 X3, which is the Pocket 360 Action Cam. Why am I buying this if I already have a DJI action camera? Well, there's been instances where I'll do the picture and then or a video and then I come back and I'm looking through the videos as I edit them and I notice that maybe I could have done a different angle for a certain area or maybe done a different technique. So that's where I kind of see a justification to buy this particular camera. The other thing I've noticed too is I've been to some locations like parks specifically where you can't take a drone in. And I was trying to find a solution for how I could do some videos that would have similar effects as if I was flying a drone. Of course, this does require an additional accessory, which is a very long selfie stick, but that's not a problem. This product, there's plenty of third-party products that are out there to provide you with a long selfie stick. They're on average, they're about 3 meters in length. And for this particular one, I found a third-party one. Of course, Insta360, the company, provides one as well as an accessory that you can buy from them. Of course, it is very pricey, and I bought mine at about a quarter of the price of that. So those are the reasons behind this. Now, there are different bundles that you can get, and I'll put a link to the Insta360 website on the different kind of bundles that you can get. Now, in my case, I went ahead with the essentially what they call the standard bundle. This one is just kind of a standalone. You're just getting the camera itself and some minor accessories. So I kind of will do the unboxing of that and we'll kind of go through that. And I'll also cover some other items, a little quick overview on this as well along the way. So let's go ahead and start with by opening this here real quick. I went ahead and took it does come in a shrink wrap. I took it off just because there's no reason to go through that in the video. Although it creates a nice dramatic effect when doing the video, but not in my case. So opening the box, you're gonna notice here, there is an accessory box that's in here along with the camera itself. So as far as the camera itself, I mean, it does have a nice weight to it. This is not anything light, so definitely that is pretty good. I like the feel of the quality of this here. If I can get it on there, there we go. Now it does have protection here right now that I can take off as well as the back, but I will do that later, as well as protection for the screen itself. I'll kind of cover a little bit more on that. Let's open the accessory box first and see what's in here. Now, if you're trying to get some information on the guide, there is not a barcode, but a reader here that you can do with your camera and pull up the guide for the X3. So you will have to install the Insta360 app on your phone. So that's another thing you can download via the Apple Apps application. So let's go ahead and open this and see what's in there that you get with this. Again, this is the standalone box, or the standard box is the one I bought. And we'll cover and see what's in here. You got some stickers here, which I'm pretty sure I'll use on the case that I'm buying. I'm getting a third-party case for this, so I'm kind of glad it does have some stickers that we can make use of, so that's kind of a good thing. In there as well, you've got a soft cloth here for cleaning your lenses, and that's always handy too. I got plenty of these. I'm kind of glad I've got one as well for this here. In addition to that, silica stuff here, move that aside. You also have a USB to USB-C cable, and it's got a good length to it. Looks like it's probably about 2 feet, more or less. Again, you're going USB to USB-C. This is the charging cable for the camera battery. And what else do we have here? We also have some documentation here, typical documents that you want to read, kind of go through it later on. We also have, which is kind of good, you also have a flexible cover for the camera itself, which is kind of nice. That's good to have too. You always want to protect your lenses. Now, you saw me put this on the table like this. If I didn't have the shipping protection that's in there right now, I would not normally do that with this 360 camera, because you've got a camera in the back and on the front, and you never really want to do this without any kind of protection. If you've got the cloth, you could probably do that. But you got to keep in mind any rough surface or anything can damage this lens. If you damage this lens, you're pretty much having to send this off for service, and that's going to keep you without having the camera. And another thing on the pouch, along with providing the protection here, it is got some cushioning to it, which is good, and it got the protector here. Now there is an optional accessory you can get. There's a silicone based cap that you can get aside from the little pouch here. If you're wanting to get that, that is an additional accessory. I will have a video on the accessories coming up as well for you guys to review the different accessories. But for now, we'll just kind of cover what's in this box. But the one nice thing, I don't know if you notice here, there's already a cutout on the pouch so that you can actually access the USB-C port that's here. So you can charge the battery on this case or on this camera while it's in the pouch. I think that's kind of a cool design. I think that's really good of the folks that designed this stuff to take into consideration that you want to protect your lenses here, but at the same time you want to be able to charge the battery if you're charging it while it's in the camera itself. But in my case, I'll be doing it differently, but if I ever needed to do that, that is something that I can do as well. Things to note about this, this is a waterproof. The X3, unlike the, I believe their higher end one, is waterproof, which is one of the many reasons why I got the Insta360 X3, is because it is waterproof and because of the functions that it's capable of doing. But the waterproof portion of it was one of the biggest things. Now in this box, if you notice, it does not come with a charger. You know, it looks like most all vendors, including Apple iPhones, now they don't include a charger, so you're having to get a charger. Now for charging this, you can go with a 30 watt or a 65 watt PD type charger. So that will let you charge this. I'm thinking I might try my iPhone charger that is a 30 watt charger and see if that'll work with that. So again, just keep that in mind. No charger is included, but you do have the cable. Again, the other plus again is the 10 meter waterproofing that's there with this. So that's kind of a nice thing for me, because I plan to kind of do some transitional effects of, you know, this going into the water, coming out of the water kind of thing, or going by the seashore and kind of running and having this near the water as it kind of flows inward. So I want to get some cool effects with this. That's one of my goals. There is now you do have waterproofing, like I said, down to 10 meters with this, so you really don't need a case for this. Insta360, the company, does provide a diving waterproof case that you can purchase, and I am going to be looking for that. Not that I need it, not that I'll be diving that deep, you know, beyond the 10 meters. But one of the benefits I've kind of heard and seen is that without that case, you can go underwater, but you're going to see that you might see some deflections, I believe, something to that effect, because of the way the curvature of the lens is, and being in the water, the images may not come out exactly as they should be. I mean, it's not bad, but there's some minor things that pop up here and there. But with the case, the actual waterproof diving case, it'll actually help in getting a better overall video shot, 360-degree video shot with this. So that's one of the reasons I'll be looking at the diving waterproof case, even though I don't need that. That's something to, that I'll be looking at for this. Now, what are the other things that we can look at this? Aside from the protective pouch that comes with it, the lens cloth, the USB-A, USB-C charging. Well, let's look at the camera itself. Let's kind of go through the things about this camera. If you look here on the side, you've got a Q button, which is for quick functions, which is good. And then you also have a power button here as well. The microphones are built in as well on this. So I've heard the sound quality is good on this, even though it is waterproof, you can record. Now, you're going to put this on a selfie stick, so the audio may not come out all that well, but you do have an option of using this USB-C slot with an accessory, which is a microphone accessory, and I'll cover that on the accessories on my next video. But for now, we'll just kind of, if I can get this to lock. So one thing, I'm challenged here. You do want to make sure that this snaps good here on the USB-C cover. If you are going to get this in the water or submerge it in the water, you want to make sure that you don't see that there is like an orange color on the little door here, a little flap. I don't know if you can see it, but if it's not closed completely, then water can get in. So you want to make sure that when you get this in there, you want to press down here, that snap, and make sure that you're not seeing any orange on the bottom here of the little latch here. Otherwise, that's telling you that it didn't secure all the way through. On this side, along with these USB-C connection there, the little slot there for that, you also have your battery. Now the battery works the same way. You've got two latches on the battery. Let me get this off. So you can pinch this inward on both latches and that pops off the battery. If you notice here, there's a seal here on the sides, and that's what makes it waterproof, is these seals. The battery here, from what I heard, this battery is a 1800 milliamp battery, and from what I've read, it's supposed to hold up. It should give you about 70 minutes of record time, so that's kind of a nice thing about this battery. So it's definitely a battery that'll give you enough recording time, although you may want to consider buying additional batteries. I went ahead and ordered additional batteries for this. I usually get about 3 batteries total. That usually gives me enough batteries for a day. And even though this gives you that much time, I can see me using this up pretty fast. So I'll cover that in the accessories video. Definitely you want to look at getting some extra batteries. But if you're okay with one, I mean, that works just as well. Just keep in mind you'll have to charge it. That's going to take some time to charge. Now, a nice thing about this battery, it is notched here because this is where your contacts are. You cannot put this battery the wrong way. There is no, you can't get this battery in there the wrong way because it's gonna tell you. Now, there's a trick to this battery, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that. If you look right here where my finger is, right there, there's a little arrow there that says up. So when you're looking at your camera, that clue helps you figure out, hey, I need to put this in that way. So arrow points up, that's how you want to get that into the camera here. And that will help you lock it in there. And once you hear the snap there, that means your latches are insecure. You're not seeing any orange stuff here. So that tells you that it is locked in. And you definitely want to make sure that is secure, because if you're going to put this in water again, you don't want water getting in there. Let me take this battery out to also note that inside here, and again, looking at the orientation of the camera here, if you look here, it's kind of hard to see, but inside here, right there is the slot for your micro SD memory card. So that is where you're going to place your memory card, and it's got a plus and minus there to me. The fact that it's in there, of course, that presents a challenge in that I have to take the battery out to get to the card itself, but no big deal. I mean, I can work with that. It's easy to take the battery out, so that's not a problem. So again, that's a cool thing. Battery time being 70 minutes, that should give you enough time to record. You got the micro SD slot there as well. Also, another thing to keep in mind that's really nice about this compared to the X2 version of the Insta360 is the fact that this has a larger screen. On the other one, I really didn't like it. It was just a small, round screen that's not readable. I'm older and I kind of need a bigger screen to see things a little bit better. And so that is another plus of the Insta360 camera. I do like that. That was an encouragement for me, in fact, for wanting to get this, is because I really like the fact that they improved on the screen. Another thing to look at here, if you look, you've got two buttons here that in the front of the screen or below the screen here. And those two buttons here, if you look, the button on the left here is for switching between the quick modes, and the right button over here is for the front and rear camera selection here. So that's another button there. There is an LED down here and an LED in the back or front, depending how you look at it. Front, I would say. And that's a power indicator as well. And at the bottom, if you look here, you have the 1/4-inch screw for tripod connections, as well as to connect your selfie stick too. So definitely pretty nice. It's got, I'm very impressed on the weight. It does feel like it's a quality camera. Now, keep in mind, don't bounce it around like this. You have to be really careful, because if you do drop this camera and these lenses get hit, boom, it's going to damage it. I did buy the warranty on this just in case something happens to it. At least I've got it where I can send it and get it replaced, because these, unlike the DJI action cameras where you can unscrew the lens protector, and that one's like $15 if I ever have an issue with it, I can order one or keep a spare because it doesn't cost that much. Unlike the DJI action cameras, this one here, if this got damaged, or the other one, I mean, you're having to send it off. You can't unscrew this. There's really no way to do that without having to send it over to them. So, it's a plus and a minus. The benefits, of course, is the types of videos that I'll be able to take. So definitely that kind of outweighs the delicateness of this thing. So, but again, this is pretty good overall. I'll have to give it a test run. Got a trip coming up, so I'll probably do some testing there and see what kind of videos I can get out of that. So I'll see if I can get some videos out to you guys on the trip that I will be doing. Don't forget to click on the like, and please subscribe if you can. By subscribing, you help me continue doing videos, and clicking on the likes does help me on the stats for YouTube. So I appreciate you guys joining. I hope you benefit from this video. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.